Okay guys, we have no rewind rope, so now I'm just taking bolts off around the whole shroud. Probably have to take the choke assembly off, the motor cover or the gas tank base, and maybe the motor. So we've got quite a few bolts to take off. It's all pretty straightforward, and I'll come back when I've got the housing off. Unlike the Tecumsehs, they just have 4 1/4-inch bolts that take off the rewind covers. On the Briggs, you got to take the housing off. There. All right, we just took some plastic pieces off the side, the front, and a couple of screws to remove the choke and starter assembly, and then the 4 bolts, 4 10mm bolts like that, just in holes like that, and this should come off. But will I be able to get it off from around all of the pieces, right? Just keep you on there for a minute. Well, that would be a shame if we had to take the handle off. I don't think we will. We'll endeavor to persevere. Oh, I think I can take this little plate off here. That'll be simple. So just right there, there, and there, right? And we'll have it off. All right, I got this bar off, and this should just lift out now. Hey, 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 that wasn't too bad. So now we get to put a rope on this rewind. Come back in a bit. Alright guys, here's the rewind. And I thought I would just be able to take this off, put 5 winds or however many winds I need to put a proper length rope on there, but it's not catching. So something's happened to the spring inside. So that gets more involved. So we're going to take, carefully, we're going to take this inside portion out of here and see what we've got. This is where we got to be careful, guys. Springs go spring. And don't mind me, I'm eating somewhere in this mess. I'm eating a sandwich too. There we are. Okay, here's the real deal right now. Oh. So I think it's supposed to hook onto here. But I don't know what's happened to it. You got to be careful with these darn things. I'm going to tighten it up in the vise just a little bit, and I'll be back when I can figure this out. Well, it's Sunday and I'm going away for a week. So I am going to try and repair this spring. Now I've taken apart an older one just to have a look at how the spring goes. I've cut off the bent piece on the end, and now I just need this thing to swirl in a little bit more. I don't know whether I should use gotta keep that tension in there. I don't know whether I should use needle nose pliers or heavier pliers. It's really not a very, it's a very, how can I say this, easy to bend. It's too easy to bend for me. So I'm just going to work my way in and build a bit of a spiral. I'm sure the old timers have a way of doing it. Oh, I am an old timer. I'm going to let some of this out. So I'm going to put a few kinks in her. Man, I'm close. I think that might even have it, you know that? What am I missing? Are you guys watching this? Yes, you are. Sort of, kind of, and I really apologize if I get out of the screen. That should be it. I got it. Just like that. Now, if I can get 5 winds on there, I just got to put this cog back in. Okay, so these have a spring on them. And I wind my spring this way and it comes back. So before I get really crazy, I'm going to put this cover back on with a spring. Goes through there. And I think it goes on like that. Probably like that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to turn you guys off and get some rope, and we'll see how we're doing. Okay, guys, we're going to put 5 turns on this one. 1, I'm measuring to the hole here, right? So we'll start again. Do it twice bender. So that's lining up with this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make sure that lines right up there. With that, with that, with that. We stick a screwdriver in it to hold it. Now we just take our new cord. Stick it through there. See that? Just like that. It's through. And we grab it with a pair of needle nose pliers and put a double knot in it. And I always pull these tight on the vise. I'll be right back. And then I'll show you what's going on. Okay, it's a little dark, but this is what I do. I snuggle my knot up to as close to that as I can. Tighten the vise and just pull the heck out of it. Got a bit of a tail on it, but it'll work. We pull it in. Come back to the light. Go to the light, Luke. I'll just tuck that in there like that, and we should be able to suck all of this rope in there. Come on. Oh, I think that's going to be all right. Now the only thing I could do is replace this with that. That looks like what was on there before, doesn't it? Okay, that looks like a snowblower mitten puller. So now I'm just going to put this on the machine, and I believe all I have to do is change the oil. Thanks, guys. Okay, I just wiggly-piggly this back into place. And when we're done, we'll put this bar back on, our speed control bar. So I've got 4 bolts and about 6 bolts on the plastic. I'll bring you back throughout the process. Okay, so I got the 3 bolts on. I'll just tighten them up now. 1, 2, and there's a flange you have to make sure goes in there for the sheet metal. And 3. Right here. Now we should be able to turn the motor over. Yes. So now the plastic. And I don't remember which one went first, but let's just do it. Lord, grant me patience, but hurry. There, in the top slot. And there's another one that went right in front of that. Right like that. So I'll just put all these, there's 5 of these, and I'll just put them on and I'll come back. All right guys, I'm just greasing the zerts on the, I call them grease nipples. Snowmobile grease, right? So it's a little thin. All right, guys, here we go. On. Choke. We're not in any gear. We're in forward 1. It should start now. We got a pull handle. And I'll just try a couple of times, and then if I can't start with the pull handle, we'll go to plan B and plug in the electric starter. Oxygen. Well, that was successful. I'm going to go plow a tiny bit of snow. Well, I did a pretty good job. I just did about 80 feet behind the garage. Make sure it works. You can see the snow splattered up against the fence, eh? So it's got to be welded right there. Do you see that? Man. Okay guys, we're going to just put a couple of flux cord beads on this thing. It's not going to be pretty. We're still lined up. Yeah, it might work. Okay, at the risk of wrecking something, that's it. It's ugly, but I'm not even going to grind it. Alright guys, we're going to do the next day run. I like to start my engines cold, or the engines cold after they've been worked on. Kind of like a small last test. I'm not going to pull the rope, I'm just going to use the electric starter. So we are on, choke, it's got oil, it's got lots of gas, should go.